Hey everyone, it's your girl TeraMichelle. Welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Today's video is another subscriber requested video, and it's all about safe fragrances. Now, of course, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like something, so there really is no foolproof safe fragrance. However, these that I'm going to talk about today, for the majority of people, should not be too off-putting in my opinion. Now, I was given two examples. One was if you work someplace where you're not supposed to wear fragrance. To that, I say, listen to your employer. There's a reason that someone would go so far as to say that. Like doctors, nurses, working in nursing homes where people could have severe allergies or, just have complications with, that fragrance. Just don't do it if you're not supposed to. It's okay. And the other example was traveling on an airplane. Now, planes are enclosed spaces, so you can't open a window or a door. So I know Americans are really stuck on individualism and not really caring what other people think and doing what they want all the time. It's like rebellious, self-centered type of thing. And I know it's a human characteristic across the world, but Americans are really, really big on individualism and being individualistic. So to that, I say, I do not wear fragrance on planes. I used to wear Omnia Crystalline. However, here's my thought process. If I don't know what's going on with the people around me, and I'm not on planes all the time, I can sacrifice wearing a fragrance for this little amount of time that I'm on a plane, the couple of times a year I'm on a plane. That's not going to kill me. But if I got on a plane and I had to sit next to a person for an hour and they were wearing Tom Ford's Black Orchid, that hour would feel like an eternity and I might throw up on them. So now we got a whole different set of problems. I don't want to put that energy in the air. I don't want that type of drama coming back to me in my life. So I try not to put it out there. People next to me could have allergy issues, sinus issues. They could be in their first trimester of pregnancy and throw up all over everybody. It's just not worth it to me. So I do not wear perfume or fragrance on planes. It's just me. However, I'm going to go ahead and do this video because I do have 7 fragrances that I think would be really good if you want to skate under the radar because you simply cannot be without your fragrance. If you want to hear those 7, let's jump right into the video. The first time I smelled this fragrance, I thought it was masculine, but then the dry down became something so beautiful and very unisex, leaning unisex, like not feminine, not masculine, just for anybody who wants to wear it. This is called Oolong Infini, and this is by Atelier Colognes. This is a beautiful use of tea. There's jasmine in here. They have some bergamot and some neroli. There's also some Haitian vetiver in here, some gaillac wood, I do believe. So it smells like a calming, slightly woody, just really pretty fragrance. I like it. Not pretty as in feminine pretty, but just pretty as in it smells good. I don't, whatever word we want to use for that, it smells good. But it's calming and relaxing. It's not too loud. And like I said, it's not too this or that. It's just a nice fragrance to me. So I don't see people being too off-put by this unless they have a sensitivity to tea fragrances. Then it just might be, something they don't like. But for the most part, you don't have to spray much. You will smell it on yourself. And I think that is what makes it a safe fragrance. This next fragrance has a very similar leather note to the Oolong Infini, and they both also share a bergamot note. This one here has iris and Bulgarian rose. There's vanilla in here. It is really, really nice, really soft and smooth. And my goodness, it's probably my favorite leather powdery fragrance. This is Donna by Valentino. This is where you're going to get your Born in Roma and your Yellow Dream and your Rosa Verde and your Aqua. I think this is the first one from this line. Don't hold me to that. This is the first one I purchased. So, and since it's the one that's just called Donna, I would think it is the originator of this line. But it's really pretty. Sits really close to the skin. It's just very unassuming, very mellow. Again, not doing too much, not doing too little either. So I like Donna for a safe fragrance. This next fragrance has cashmere and cedar. There's tonka bean in here. There's musk, and again with the leather. So this one is called Alaia Nude. Very pretty use of orange blossom in here as well. This is so unassuming, but has a beautiful amount of sweetness. Is there vanilla in here? Or is it just the musk? Oh, that musk is so pretty. I love the use of the cedar in here too. This is not too musky or too woody. The orange blossom is perfection. It's not overly orange blossomy, because I know some people struggle with that really strong, potent orange blossom. But this is almost like we're in a second set of skin. Just you, but better. Like the Juliette Has a Gun or the Glossier Use, those type of fragrances. And if I owned Juliette Has a Gun, it would not a perfume, it would definitely be on this list. So again, that's Alaia Nude, or Alia. Is it Alaia or is it Alia? I don't know. Nude. Since I already brought her up, we're going to talk about Glossier You from the House of Glossier. This is the epitome of a second skin. Just you, but better. So beautiful, so unassuming. Just, you got to really be in somebody's personal space, or they have to really overdo it with spraying this for this to even remotely register as something someone couldn't take. And then maybe not even then. This is just so unassuming. Guys, I love this fragrance. It is really cool how it works, because it doesn't particularly smell like much of anything until it blends with you. And then it just becomes magic. Do you own this? Have you smelled this? Tell me what you think. And compare it to Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. If you've experienced both, which do you prefer? I preferred this one so much that I sold my Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. This next fragrance is the epitome of a fruity floral fragrance. The opening is stunning with a candy apple note. This was actually the first fragrance I saw with that note. I've picked up a couple of more since then, but candy apple note. There's black currant in here, or currant, however you pronounce that. There's also lemon and orange, which aren't really doing too much in here. But then you're going to get you some rose. You're also going to get you some jasmine. And then it dries down with vanilla, musk, sandalwood, and ambergris. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. This fragrance here, to me, this smells like what a very nice and kind person would wear. Somebody that you could trust. Somebody who is just good all the time, through and through. Like, it is just pleasant. It's pleasant. It's one of those fragrances you smell on a person and you just start up a conversation, because you just feel like that person is just cool. And while you're in their presence, you want to know something about them. I don't know. In the most sweet, simplistic way. I don't really see this being bothersome to anyone. Again, there's always someone, but Mademoiselle Roche's, and this is the Eau de Parfum formulation. I'm not super big on tea fragrances, but I do love a calming fragrance. I already talked about and mentioned Omnia Crystalline by the House of Bulgari, and this is the Eau de Toilette formulation. I will say that the use of lotus in here, bamboo, this was the first fragrance I ever had with bamboo in there. There's a pear note in here, but it isn't that juicy, ripe pear. There's oak moss in here and gaiac wood. Of course, there's musk. I really do enjoy this. I love the tea in this fragrance. This is very calming and very unassuming. You can go in heavy with this to make it more, but if you just put a couple of spritzes on so that you smell you could get away with this on a plane. This should not be off-putting to anyone on a plane. This packaging, man, leaves a lot to be desired, that's for sure. If you want perfection in a bottle, by way of the most clean, creamy, angelic, ethereal, magical fragrance, look no further than Mont Blanc, signature for her. It's perfection in a bottle. I'll leave a card up here, whichever side it appears on, where I attempt to describe this fragrance. It doesn't get any better than this when you're talking about creamy and clean. There's a clementine note in here that when you look at the notes on paper, you just like clementine. And then you smell it and you go, okay, that's not what I was expecting. Just perfect. Those are my 7 safe fragrances. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel, as well as select the notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. Let's talk in the comments. You know I'll meet you there. Until then, bye.